but you gotta be brave enough to step into the ring. Put your guard up and fight back.
All right, I'm reaching out to my other fellow workers in apartment complexes, property management. What's going on? I'm starting to notice a trend. So I've been doing apartment maintenance for about 6 years. I've worked at a handful of different properties and different companies, but something's going on. So this morning, the guy has my same position across the street at a different property, different company. He came over this morning and goes, "Hey, who's your vendor for windows and doors, all your glass?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I use this company, you know." And he's like, "Yeah, that's who I've been using, but he won't answer my calls anymore. He won't come back out." And I was like, "Well, I can't get him to come out here to the property either. Like, I have to go to his place and buy the stuff with cash and then come over here and install it myself. He won't come out here and work." And then he's like, "Yeah, man, that's what they're saying to me. He won't come out." And I'm like, "Yeah, this is like, what's going on?" And he goes, "Yeah, and my plumbers won't come back out, electricians." I'm like, "Who do you use for plumbers?" And he named this one company. I'm like, "I love that company too. I've used them for years at different properties. They won't come back out here anymore because we won't pay them. We got landscapers that we owe so much money to. We just won't pay them." So there's a lot of things on the property that you have to get contracted out. Like, I can do a lot of things. Like, I'll change a light switch and an electrical outlet, but I can't do any major electrical repairs. You got to call a company out here to do that. I can't do any major plumbing. I can remove a clog from a bathroom sink or something, but I can't do major plumbing repairs. You got to get a plumber out here, and they won't. You try to call these vendors and they just won't. My vendors for my fire alarm systems and sprinkler systems, they just won't answer my calls anymore. They won't respond to my text messages. And sometimes if they do, they'll tell me straight up, "Michael, we love you. We think you're a great guy, but we're not going to come do work for your company anymore," because they won't pay us. There's a backlog. Just so much money. I think we owed a flooring company upwards of $23,000 before they said something and go, "Hey, we're not coming back out." The thing is that the rent keeps going up. My pay's not going up. I didn't even get a holiday bonus. The vendors aren't getting paid. Where's the money going? Where's the money going? Like, it wasn't always this way. We used to be able to just call up contractors. Before I started working here, they had somebody that in my position that didn't know how to work on air conditioners. So they contracted all that out. They would spend like $5,000 a month on contractors to fix air conditioners. Now that I'm here, I do them myself, and maybe I spend $800 a month on parts that I need and do the work myself. But so where's that money? And the rent was less then. They were taking in less and paying out more, but now suddenly nobody can get paid. What's going on? And also, like, the requirements to come and work here are so high. You have to have so much insurance just to step foot on the property. You even have to pay. If you are a vendor, I need you out here to work on stuff, you have to pay an application fee for the privilege of working here. Nobody wants to do that. There's so much red tape you got to go through just to get on the property to work here. And these vendors, they're so busy with stuff. Like, any tiny little roadblock you put in front of them, they're like, "Here, fill out this form, send this email, you got to pay this fee." And they're like, "Nah, I'm out. I'm good. I got plenty of work." And so our companies are coming at us going, "Why can't you find people to come and do this stuff?" What is happening? Because it's not just my property, not just my company. So who else is going through this? Is your ownership in your management company not paying your vendors? What's happening?
Pull up. I got a lot of stuff to say, so pull up and listen. Pull up a chair. A lot of you, I'm going to ruffle some feathers, and I really don't care, because it needs to be said, and I'm tired. I've been a U.S. citizen my entire life. I will be 41 in May. Yes, 41. Anyway, I lived in New York my entire life. I've been working since I had working papers. I've been paying taxes damn near half of my life. More than half of my life I've been paying taxes, right? I can't get food stamps. I can't get Medicaid. I'm not eligible for these things because they say I make too much money. When the cost of living in New York itself is outrageous. So you can't even really afford your life, period. A 1-bedroom fair market rate, the FMR for a 1-bedroom right now is going for $1,800 depending on where you live. $1,800 for a 1-bedroom, right? I have to say this. They be building all of these buildings on Housing Connect. If you know, you know. If you from New York, you know what Housing Connect is. It's where they put these luxury buildings that we can't afford, or the ones that we could afford, they don't give to us. Okay? So, I've been on Housing Connect for at least 10 to 15 years. 10 years. I swear. And I've never got a call back for an apartment. Not at all. I done met the income criteria, the household size, everything. Never got a call. The homeless population in New York City itself is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just because you don't see the people out, there's a lot of homeless people in the train station. I'm just talking about in the shelter system itself. So the nerve of New York to really be having these luxury buildings. They got a luxury building in Harlem, right? That is unaccompanied because I guess the owners are forced on a loan. It's a luxury condo building with like all the amenities. They want to make it a migrant shelter. Are you kidding me? What happened to the people that's in the shelter and path with their kids who lived here, who probably worked and paid taxes? Make it make sense. The nerve of you to treat people, no shade to them, who come from a different country, who never paid taxes or put taxes into this country, this city, or whatever, luxury to live, and the ones who actually pay, you keeping them in the shelter for 2 years and 3 years with their children. Then they get $1,000 a month, food stamps, and free housing. I'm really confused. I bust my behind every single day and I can't get food stamps. One time when my baby was a little newborn and I tried to apply for food stamps, they told me they're going to give me $15 a month. $15 a month and food stamps. It's too much. It costs $15 to get to the food stamp office. Like, this is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. And like I said, they coming over here running amok. One man got arrested 4 times in 1 month for robbery, loitering, different things like that. And literally, y'all housing them, giving them $1,000 a month to come over here and destroy it. I'm all for helping people, but help your own before you help somebody else. Really, you're digging back to help other people, but you got people right here that needs help. I know people that's in shelters that have been in shelter for years trying to get housing, and you guys are out here giving housing to people, immigrants who come over here. Take care of your own. Take care of the U.S. citizens first. Take care of the New Yorkers first before you take care of somebody else. The fucking nerve. The population, the homeless population in New York is out of control, and I'm mad. I am mad. Like, they really playing in our faces. Like, what's wrong with y'all? The news really said it today. They was like, no. ABC was like, now this is out of order. When you know when the news say it's out of order, it's out of order. Because y'all out of line. Because the news be playing in our face too. But they wasn't with that. They was not with that. Like, literally, they jumped the police. The migrants jumped the police. They got out with no bail. They just was released. Let that been one of us. Yeah. Our family would have had to put up whatever. Some collateral. She ain't coming home. Like, bruh, what are y'all thinking? What are y'all doing? Like, we really about to be at war with migrants. Because it's going to be like, and then I seen them on the news having like an uproar. Because they was mad that they got a curfew in the shelter. There's some people that's getting denied and they not being found ineligible in the shelter. And you're mad that you have a free place to stay, $1,000 a month in food stamps? Make it make sense. When I tell you, Mayor Adams is grinding my gears. The President Biden is grinding my... Y'all really playing with us. And it's ridiculous. And I'm saying, a lot of people are not touching on this, and there's people that are. Speak up. We have to figure something out. Like, and I'm saying we because it's just like ridiculous. Like, literally, low income is hard to come by. People are struggling to make ends meet. And when I tell you, they just allowing people to come into this country, come into New York, and run amok. They first asked us to house them in our own homes. These same people that's out here robbing people, the same 15-year-old boy who came from Venezuela went and robbed somebody at gunpoint. Then when the police started chasing him, he started busting at the police and hit an innocent bystander. Those the people you want us to house? The people that's having a wife and kid knock on people's door and ask for money, and then when you give them money, the men are bum rushing your apartments? But you want us to house them? Are you dumb? Like, yeah, I'm so annoyed. Like, when I just saw that post, a young lady just posted and said that they was a condo building in Harlem. In Harlem, they was gonna make a shelter for migrants. Yeah. Yeah. I'm mad. Y'all have a good day, because this is out of control.
As a certified job hopper, job quitter, it is so mind-boggling to me that I can't even just quit my job because the job market is so bad. Like, bitch, I'm literally stuck here. No other options. Stuck here full-time, miserable. Pretty sure I have mold poisoning from my building. And it's just disheartening that I can't even up and quit and just flip all this shit over and say, fuck everybody, and get out of here. Like, bitch, I'm stuck. Indeed. Why is Indeed posting job descriptions for DoorDash, bitch? You don't think I thought about that? No, I need a new career.
I've applied to about 150 jobs between October to now, and I'm still unemployed. And I'm one of those people that has had a job since the day I turned 16, and not having a job right now, knowing that I've put so much time and effort into it, I can't even explain how demoralizing it is without bursting into tears. And maybe it sounds dramatic, but I don't even care, because it's one of those things that you really do put in so much time and effort into these cover letters, into these interviews, into these applications. Do you know how frustrating it is to not hear a single response back, or get so far into the interview process that all of a sudden you're ghosted, or being ghosted for an interview, or getting all the way through the process and then they end up going with someone else at the very last stage? It is an emotional roller coaster. No joke, it is an emotional roller coaster. You are going through so much chaotic emotions. You have all of this hope because you get an interview and you get far into the interview process, and all of a sudden that comes crashing down when you don't get the job, and it starts all over again. It goes up and down and up and down, and it is so heart-wrenching. And I just wish I could actually vocalize how frustrating it is. I talk to my friends about it and they're like, oh, no worries, you'll get a job by this date. Then the day comes around and I'm like, I'm still here. So what does that mean for me? What does that mean about me? And I'm not one of those people that puts a lot of value on jobs. I put a lot of value on work because there's other forms of work that is outside of a job, but it's still frustrating regardless. When you're stuck in a position like this for so long, eventually you're going to start to wonder, is it you? Is there something that you can be doing better? It's a lot. It's taxing. Unfortunately, there is no motivational thing I have at the end of this. I'm just expressing my feelings. I'm all about authenticity and transparency, and the transparent thing to say here is that it sucks and it's hard. So if anyone tries to tell you that the job market does not suck right now, laugh in their face and then send them this video, because it does suck. And for one story like mine, there's probably 10 other ones that have applied to way more jobs, have had way more ghostings than me. It's soul crushing. I cannot lie.